Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today, whether you're catching this live or on the replay. If you are finding me here on Twitch, do feel free to like, share, and follow if you find value from these um, nearly daily practices. I did take a little break the last few days, so thank you for your patience and welcome back. If you are finding me on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, if you're finding daily from these mostly daily practices, I should be we should be getting back into some consistency here. So do check out what I have up on whatever platform you're finding me. If you're finding me on LinkedIn, thank you for being connected and thank you for following on Facebook if you are finding me there. As always, Twitch and YouTube, probably the best places to catch exclusive content, live content, a few times a year. I'll be adding some longer practices, retreat style things that will only be available on those two platforms. And of course, the Yoga Story Now YouTube page also has recorded videos, many recorded videos, classes that you can find and watch and follow along with at your convenience. With that, today we're going to focus on the shoulders. So we're going to do a little bit with shoulder strength, mobility, and also then stretching that all out. So we will start today and try to get this camera to just do what I want it to do. Oh, man. Okay. Apologies and thank you. All right, so we're going to start today in a seated position, and we will use two blocks today. So if you have blocks at home, bring them in. Otherwise, just modify as you need for whatever you have or don't have. Here, we're going to start in a seated position, whatever seated position feels best for you. Resting your palms face down or face up on your knees. Starting with shoulder rolls, lift your shoulders up, inhale. Roll your shoulders back and down, exhale. Shoulders up, breath in, back and down. Shoulders up, back and down. And then bringing that in the opposite direction. Shoulders up, inhale. Forward and down, exhale. Shoulders up, forward and down. And once more, shoulders up, forward and down. Here, arm circles, send your arms forward and up. Breath in, circle your arms back and down. Forward and up, inhale. Back and down. And once more, forward and up. Back and down, bringing that in the opposite direction. Circle your arms back and up. Inhale. Forward and down. Back and up. Forward and down. And once more, back and up. Forward and down. Here, we're going to bring in our blocks. If you have them, set your blocks out in front of you. We'll start without the blocks. Bring your arms out in front of you, shoulder height, shoulder width. Breath in. On your exhale, lift your arms up. Squeeze through the tops of your shoulders. Bring your arms back down, shoulder height. Inhale. Reach, lift, exhale. Come back to center, breath in. Once more, lift your arms up, squeeze through the tops of your shoulders. Stay for an inhale. Lower your arms all the way down. Exhale. Here, we're going to take one block, place it between the palms. Reach your arms out in front of you. Again, shoulder height. Press your palms into that block. Breath in. On your exhale, reach your arms up. Breath out. Lower your arms, shoulder height. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. High beam. Lower your arms. Inhale. Once more, lift. Stay for breath in. Lower your arms all the way down. Set your block down. Breath out. Here, we're going to reach the arms out to a T, palms up. Inhale. On your exhale, open your arms to a T, squeezing through your upper back. Bring your arms back together. Inhale. Open. Exhale. close, coming back to center, breath in. Once more, open, stay for an inhale, close, exhale. Open your arms, breath in, close, squeezing through the muscles along your chest. Open, inhale. Once more, close, stay for a breath in, and relax your arms, breath out. Here, we'll bring in the blocks, placing the blocks into your palms, reaching again your arms out in front of you, shoulder height, shoulder width. If the blocks are too much for your arms and shoulders, set your blocks aside and just work with your body again. On your exhale, open your arms to a T. Come back to center, breath in, open, breath out, strong through your back. Close, inhale. Once more, open, and then stay for a breath in. Extend out through your arms. On your exhale, close. Squeeze through the chest and the front of your shoulders. Open, inhale. Close, exhale. Open, breath in. Once more, close. Stay for an inhale. Lower your arms, lower your blocks. Here, if you're in a cross-legged seat, you can switch legs, whatever's in front to back or top to bottom. And then here, we're going to come to cactus arms, lifting your elbows shoulder height, 90 degrees. Curl your fingers into your palms, breath in. On your exhale, press your arms up. Press your fists up toward the ceiling, toward the sky, extending your arms. Bend your elbows 90. Inhale. Press your hands high, your fists high. Exhale. Bend your elbows, breath in. Once more, press. Stay for an inhale. And then bring your arms all the way down. Exhale. Here, we're going to bring our blocks into it. This time, we're going to grip the blocks. Bring your elbows up again, shoulder height. Breath in. On your exhale, press your arms up. Breath out. Bend your elbows 90. Breath in. Press your blocks up toward the ceiling, toward the sky. Bend your elbows. Inhale. And once more, press. Exhale. Stay for a breath in. And then gently bring your arms back down. Breath out. Here, relax your hands on your knees. On your inhale, lift your shoulders up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale. Shoulders up, back and down. And once more, shoulders up, back and down. Shoulders up, inhale. Roll your shoulders forward and down. Exhale. Shoulders up, forward and down. And once more, shoulders up, forward and down. Here, I'll have you bring your blocks into your palms, or you can forego the blocks again if that's too much for your arms and shoulders. You'll reach your arms straight out in front of you, shoulder height, shoulder width. Breath in. On your exhale, pull your elbows back, strong through your mid-back, and rotate your forearms out, strong through the rotator cuff muscles. Tiny muscles along the backs of the shoulders that stabilize the shoulder. Reach forward, breath in. Pull your elbows back, rotate your forearms out. Come back to center, inhale. Once more, pull your elbows back, rotate your forearms out, stay for a breath in. And then here, we're going to find this internal rotation through the shoulders, bringing your arms in. Open, rotating your forearms out, external rotation through the shoulders, and then finding that internal rotation, squeezing through the front of your shoulders. Exhale. Open, breath in. Once more, close, squeeze, and then release your blocks down. Plant your heels on the ground in front of you into a modified boat. Keep a little lift through your chest, and then bringing your fingers inside your palms, circle your wrists. Stretching through the wrists, forearms, circling one way, and then circle the other way around. Breathe. And then here, bringing the tops of your fingers inside the pad of your thumb, start to flick the fingers as though flicking water off of your fingers or flicking a bug away. Warming up and strengthening fingers, palms, hands, wrists, and forearms. Breathe. Deep breath in and relax your arms. Shake it out. Extend your legs long in front of you. Reach your arms out and up. Breath in, fold, breath out, and stay for a few breaths. Here, feeling the gentle stretch through the back of your hips, up through the back of your body. And then here, rising back up to a tall seat. Bring your knees in, shift your weight, and make your way to tabletop. Coming down to your hands and knees, anchor the pads of your fingers and heels of your hands to the ground, creating claw hand space between the center of your hands and the mat. Knees hip width underneath your hips. Press strong through your hands. Breath in. On your exhale, reach your right arm forward and open your arm out to your right. Come back to center, close your arm in, bring your hand to the ground, breath in. Send your left arm forward and up, shoulder height, and then open your arm to the left. Come back to center, inhale. Right arm forward and up, open to your right. Center. Left arm forward and up, open to your left. Center. Once more through, right arm forward and up, open to your right. Center. And left arm forward and up, open to your left. Coming back to center, cat-cow. On your exhale, cat, press down with your hands, lift your belly, round your back. Cow, breath in, chest forward, tailbone lifts. Cat, exhale. Cow, inhale. Cat, breath out. Cow. Once more to cat. And find a neutral spine. Coming back tabletop. And then here, bring your forearms down to forearm tabletop. Strong through your lower abs. Roll your toes under and extend your legs long behind you for forearm plank. Press strong through your forearms, press back through your heels, breath in. Lower your knees, lower your hips, Sphinx pose, chest forward and up, ease your shoulders back. Breathe. On your exhale, lower your chest. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Traction the heels of your hands back as you draw your chest forward and up. Ease your shoulders back for a small cobra. Tabletop. Press down with your hands, lift your hips, and walk your knees in underneath your hips. Child's pose, knees wide, hips back, forehead to your mat. Reach your arms long in front of you. Couple deep breaths here. Deep breath in, long to your arms, hands, and fingers. And then on your exhale, shift forwards, keeping your forearms grounded, shoulders above elbows. Curl your toes under, bring your knees in hip width, and walk your toes back for forearm plank. Knees down if you need. Pressing down through your forearms, press back through your heels, breath in. Lower your knees and hips, Sphinx pose, chest forward and up, shoulders back. Deep breath in. Lower your chest, hands under shoulders. Tilt your ribs up for a small cobra, breath in. Tabletop. Knees wide, child's pose, sit your hips back, reach your arms long. Stay for an inhale. Shift forward to forearm plank. And then here, walking your toes toward your face, lift your hips toward the sky, core dolphin pose. Breath in. Walk your toes back, finding again forearm plank. And lower your knees, lower your hips, Sphinx pose. Breath in. Lower your chest, bring your hands under your shoulders, tilt your ribs up for a small cobra, ease your shoulders back. Press down through your hands, lifting back up to tabletop. Here, draw your hips slightly back, curl your toes under, lift your knees, breath in. Downward facing dog, send your hips back and high, pressing the ground away. Breath in. On your exhale, shift forward to high plank and then lower all the way or halfway. Elbows take to the sides of your body. Cobra, thighs grounded, or upward facing dog for thighs lifted. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Empty your breath. Make your way to the top of your mat. Walk, step, or gently hop. Halfway lift, look forward, inhale. Chair, sit your hips back and down. Reach your arms forward and up. Rise to mountain, press down through your feet, reach up, breath in. Right arm down, left up and over to your right. Both hands high, inhale. Left arm down, right up and over to your left. Both hands high, breath in. Chair, hands to prayer. From here, take a big step back with your left foot. Heel stays lifted. High crescent lunge. Reach up, breath in. Cactus arms. Reach up, inhale. Sweep your arms back. Hinge forward. Exhale. Press strong through your front foot. Reach up, breath in. Cactus arms. Reach, inhale. Hinge forward, sweep your arms back. Once more through, reach up, lifting through your chest. Breath in, cactus, breath out. Reach up, inhale. Hinge forward and sweep your arms back. Here, you can drop your left hand to the ground inside your front foot or bring a block inside your front foot, left hand onto that block. Send your right arm forward and up, shoulder height. Breath in. On your exhale, rotating to your right, reach your right arm up and then circle your arm back and down. Come back to center, reach forward, inhale, rotate to your right, circle your arm back and down, exhale, reach your arm forward, revolved crescent lunge, circle your arm back and down, and then from that block out in front of your toes, bring your back foot forward, halfway lift. Breath in, hips back and down, chair, arms forward and up. Big step back with your right foot, heel stays lifted. High crescent lunge, reach up, inhale. Cactus, exhale. Reach up, breath in. Hinge forward, sweep your arms back. High crescent lunge, breath in. Cactus arms, breath out. Reach, inhale. Hinge forward, sweep your arms back. Once more through high crescent lunge, cactus, reach up, inhale, hinge forward, sweep your arms back. And then here, bringing a block inside your front foot, right hand to that block, or right fingertips or hand to the ground inside your foot. Send your left arm forward and up, shoulder height, breath in. Evolved crescent lunge, rotate belly and chest to your left, reaching your left arm up, And then circle your arm back and down. Coming back to center, reach your arm forward and up, shoulder height, breath in. Revolved crescent lunge, breath out. Circle your arm back and down, back to center. Inhale. Revolved crescent lunge. Exhale. Release your left arm back, forward and up. Revolved crescent lunge once more. Circle your left arm back and down. And then here, bring your block out in front of your toes. Bring your back foot forward for a halfway lift. Inhale. High plank. Palms come down. Step your toes back. Lower your left knee. Swing your foot out to the left. Toes curled under. Bring your left wrist in line with your left knee. Spin your right heel down. Side. Press strong with your left hand. Sweeping your right arm out and up. Reach your right arm forward, come back to center, bring your left foot in and extend your left leg long behind you. Lower your right knee, swing your foot out to your right, lower your left heel, and here, right wrist in line with your right knee. Press strong to your right hand, sweeping your left arm out and up, side plank. And then coming back to center, releasing your left hand to your mat. Swing your right foot back in and extend your right leg long. Press strong through your hands. Inhale. Lower your knees, tabletop. Pressing down through your right hand, sweep your left arm out and up. Inhale. Thread the needle. Send your hand through between right wrist and knee. Lower your shoulder and left ear to your mat. Option to keep your right hand at center under your shoulder. You can reach your right arm long or reach up and around to your low back. Returning your right hand to your mat. Press down to your hand. Sweep your left arm out and up. Inhale. And return your left hand to your mat. Pressing strong to your left hand. Sweep your right arm out and up. Inhale. Thread the needle. Send your hand through between left wrist and knee. Lower the back of your shoulder and right ear to your mat. Left hand can stay underneath your shoulder. You can reach your arm long in front of you or wrap it up and around to your low back. From here, returning your left hand to your mat, press down, sweep your right arm out and up. Inhale, and return your right hand to your mat. Bring your forearms down, send your legs long behind you, lower your hips, Sphinx pose. Breath in. Lower your chest, extending your arms out to a T. Look to your right hand. And here, slide your right hand in. On your exhale, press the ground away. Roll over your left shoulder onto your left hip, right foot behind left. Come back to center. Inhale. Again, press the ground away, rolling over your left shoulder onto your hip, right foot behind left. Come back to center. Inhale. And once more, press the ground away, rolling over your left shoulder And here, right foot behind left, or plant your foot on the ground. Behind your left leg, deep stretch through the front of your left shoulder and up in through the left side of your chest. Breathe. And then coming back to center, returning to your belly, extend your left arm out, right arm out rather. Look to your left, slide your left hand in, inhale. As you exhale, press the ground away, rolling over your right shoulder onto your hip, left foot behind right. Come back to center, inhale. Again, press the ground away, rolling over your right shoulder onto your hip, left foot behind right. Coming back to center, turning to your belly, breath in, and once more, press the ground away, rolling over your shoulder here, left foot behind right, or plant your foot on the ground behind your right leg. Deep stretch through the front of your right shoulder. Breathe. And then here, returning to your belly, hands underneath your shoulders, tilt your ribs up for a small cobra. Then pressing down with your hands, lift yourself up to tabletop, dropping your hips back into one side, make your way onto your seat, and come into a wide leg seat. Arms open to a T, breath in, twist to your right, breath out. Center, inhale, twist to your left, exhale. Center, twist to your right, center, twist to your left, center, once more, twist to your right, center, twist to your left. Coming back to center, drop your right hand inside your right leg toward your left arm up and over to your right. Coming back to center, left arm down, inside your left leg toward your right, right up and over to your left. Center, breath in, right arm down, left arm up and over. Center, right arm, left arm down, right arm up and over. Center once more through. Right arm down, left arm up and over. Center, left arm down, right arm up and over. And coming back to center here, relax your arms. Walk your hands out in front of you and release into a wide leg seated forward fold. Couple deep breaths here. And then rising back up to a tall seat, bring your legs together, heels to the top of your mat, bring a little bend to your knees, reach forward, inhale, and gently lower your back to your mat. Here, plant your feet on the ground, separate your feet wide, windshield wiper your knees, letting your knees fall together from one side to the other. And then bringing your knees to center, feet hip width, arms open to a T. Wrap your arms around your body, giving yourself a hug, and gently rock side to side. Back to center, arms open to a T. Opposite elbow over elbow, wrapping your arms around once, rocking side. And then here, center, arms open to a T. Option to lift your knees up over your hips, supine twist. Let your knees fall to one side, gazing up or opposite your knees. Knees to center. Let your knees fall to the other side. Here, keeping your neck neutral or turning your head opposite your knees. And here, bringing your knees to center, hands over your shins, nose to knees, hug everything in, and then gently lower your head. Extend your legs long in front of you. Let your arms relax alongside your body. A few deep breaths here. And then reaching your arms up overhead, bring your knees up toward your chest. You can either roll to one side or rock up. Make your way to a comfortable seated position. Clasp your fingers, press your palms out in front of you, and then reach your arms up. Inhale, reach up and over to your right. Exhale. Come back to center, breath in. Reach up and over to your left. Breath out. Center. Relax your arms, release your arms rather behind your back here, clasping your fingers behind your back if you can, otherwise palms face each other, and then reach down with your hands. Chin to chest. And then as much as you can, lifting your arms away from your body. Bring your chin back to center. Breathe. And release. You're resting your palms again, face down or face up on your knees. Lift your shoulders up as you roll your shoulders back and down, chin to chest, chin to center. Inhale. Turn your head to the left, center. Turn your head to the right. Coming back to center, bring your left hand behind your back, right hand to the left side of your head, right ear to right shoulder. Head to center, right hand behind, left to the right side of your head, left ear to left shoulder. Head to center, walk your fingertips to the ground behind you, lift through chin and chest, look up. And then bring your chin to center, hands to prayer, thumbs to the center of your forehead. Wisdom, clarity, peace, and love guide you through the rest of your day and into your week. Breath in, open mouth, exhale, bowing forward. Namaste is an expression meaning the divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Again, whether you've caught this live or on the replay, thank you for being here. Again, if you are finding me wherever you're finding me, please do, especially on Twitch or YouTube, please do like, share, follow, or subscribe. And thanks again if you're connected on LinkedIn or following on Facebook. As always, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for being you. Take care of yourselves out there. Peace.